Okay, you guys, I'm going to try to do this little video and show you what we do with our kefir. So you'll need some equipment. I sent home with you a little sieve like this. It's non-metallic and it's right for a pint jar of kefir that's ready to strain. So you'll need this, and then you'll need something to suspend it over that's non-metal. That's the only hard and fast rule that I know of so far, is non-metal. So non-metal spatula, I did not find one with a non-metal handle, but this is silicone, so this is good. This is good to use to move the kefir and liquid around until you get it strained. I tap it like so too as well. But you don't want to mash the kefir through the holes, because then there goes your kefir grains. So you'll need a setup similar to this one, and you may come up with something that's even better. Dick found this gravy separator in Myers, I think, and this works great too because it's suspended way far above the bottom, so you can turn the jar upside down and just leave it there while you're doing something else and let it drain. You still have to move it around a little bit, but it works really good. You'll need jars. I use pint jars for the kefir. We make it in this size jars. You'll need some sort of a cover for the top that will keep out the bad bacteria while the good bacteria is in there having a party, and something to hold it with. I was using rubber bands, but I don't know. I don't. These are easier for me, so I just put the ring back on right over the paper filter. So you'll need a couple of jars because you may get, your grains are already pretty big, and so you may decide to go to 2 jars sooner than I did. The grains themselves, I guess, probably take a look at those. The grains themselves, and yours as well, look like this. They are, to stir this up a little bit, this is not ready, and I don't usually stir it up, so I'm not sure if this is harmful or not. I don't usually touch it. But these are the kefir grains, and they look like a little head of cauliflower, not quite as round, obviously. When I first got mine, they were more this size, and so they grow pretty fast. They're kind of spongy, but you'll see inside there's all these little ones, and so I'm working on a way to maybe strain them different. I'm trying some different ways to strain to see if we can't salvage some of those and make more. I'll probably be overrun with kefir grains if anything works. Anyway, so that's what the grains look like. You are starting out about the same as I did with 2 or 3 of those nice sized grains, and yours are bigger than what mine were. But it's important to keep the other bacteria out while the good bacteria is working. So you'll need jars, grains, which you have, and something to cover. I did send a couple of extra filters with Dick today. You'll also need jars to keep your kefir that's ready to drink. We start out using this jar, or a jar similar to this one, and put the kefir in it as we have it ready from, just pour it in. But this will fill up pretty quickly, and then you need another jar. Also, I don't refill I don't keep adding to this more than maybe 2 or 3 days. We don't have very much because, well, I quit giving it to the dogs, which is why we got it in the first place, but I'm going to go back to doing that, so we won't have as much again. But you'll need a second jar to keep the fresher kefir in. So as the kefir ferments, you'll be transferring it to the refrigerator every 24 to 48 hours. That's as long as it takes. So the other thing you'll need on hand all the time is milk. We use 2% regular milk from wherever we go, Myers or Family Fare. We do not use organic. We do not use ultra pasteurized. We do not use anything fancy. It's just 2%. I tried whole milk. It was very rich, but We actually don't need rich, so I went back to the 2% again, and it's fine. It makes it, it's delicious. The kefir is absolutely delicious. So, I guess the temperatures, we've had a couple different temperatures since I've been making it. The last couple of days it's been cold. That's going to push the kefir fermentation process back a little. It slows it down. And so it'll take probably 48 hours. So yours won't be ready tonight. It'll be ready tomorrow night. But last week when it was 50s and 60s, it was ready in 24 hours. I mean, I would put it up on one night and have to strain it and put it in the fridge the next night. So the process is pretty simple. You scoop out your kefirs when you strain it. You scoop out your kefir grains, put them in a clean jar, in the bottom of a clean jar. You put your milk about this far up. The reason I say that is because that's what I was told. Leave an inch or two space so that it has room to breathe and bubble. It won't, I've never seen it bubble, but that's what I was told. So fill it up about that far, and then put the paper lid and something to secure it on again. Put it in a cupboard or on the counter, and it'll be ready in 24 to 48 hours. You can check it after 36 if you like it. It may be ready. The way that you can tell that it's ready, if you can think about this in reverse, there's a solid line that's the top of this clear liquid, and then it gets cloudy about 1/4 of an inch down. So if you could turn this whole thing upside down and put that clear liquid on the bottom, that's what it will look like in your pint jar. It'll have on the very bottom of the pint jar, it'll have a 1/4 to 1/2 an inch of clear liquid when it's ready. The smell, I would like for you to, the jar that I gave you or sent to you that is ready to drink, I would like for you just to take the lid off of it and pay attention to the smell. It smells like buttermilk. It smells good. It's sweet. It's not sour. It's not like sour milk. It smells like buttermilk. It smells really good. But if you were to smell your kefir when you first put it up to start the fermentation process, there isn't that sweet fragrance. It's just, it smells like milk. I mean, it's just, there's no fragrance. So this fragrance comes after it's ready. So you can, that's another way you can tell if you think it's ready. There's a Facebook kefir group that you can subscribe to, and there's different kinds of ideas, mostly questions, but then there's answers to those questions by somebody that may or may not know what they're talking about. They seem to mostly make it sound a lot harder than it is. The hard and fast rule, as far as I'm concerned, is try to keep everything clean so that you don't introduce new bacteria, and protect your kefirs, and don't use metal. We drink about a glass, about 8 or 9 ounces, or maybe 8 ounces a day. This is what it looks like when we get ready to drink it. This is with 6 strawberries and a couple of shots of, not shots, I take that back, a drizzle of agave. And we get agave at, Dick got it at Sam's Club, I think. I don't know if they still have it, but if Sam's has it, everybody does, as a sweetener, because he likes that better than sugar. But I don't know, can you tell how thick this is? This is with 6 strawberries and about a cup of kefir. This is my breakfast. It's very good that way. I've also tried it with banana, equally as good. I love it plain because I'm a big buttermilk fan anyway. And Dick does not. He likes it sweetened with fruit, and it tastes like dessert. So have fun, and I'll talk to you soon. If you have any questions, just call me.